Well, the Biden administration has certainly picked up where the Obama administration left off in terms of wanting to return to diplomacy and use the tools of diplomacy to box in bad actors. So if we rewind, we know the Iran nuclear deal was less about Iran's threat as a terrorist nation and more about eliminating the ability for Iran to get a nuclear weapon. Netanyahu was opposed, the Saudis were opposed, but this was a coordinated effort between European countries, including Russia and the United States. With the United States pulling out, that really opened the door for Israel and the Saudis to look to other avenues to influence the United States. You also had with Trump, the national security advisor, and John Bolton, who was an Iran war hawk. And so some of that still remains. And Netanyahu just last week was meeting and talking with Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia. So they're looking at a ticking time clock of being able to behave in ways in which the international, at least the United States, will not be speaking up and opposing their efforts. So that's the key thing, is how much can they box in Biden's options by engaging the United States under a Trump administration or while Trump is still commander in chief. Yeah, it is not going to be easy for a Biden administration to just jump right back into this negotiated agreement that the Europeans have upheld. And what Tony Blinken and the National Security Advisor Sullivan will be facing is a world and a region that just doesn't trust the United States to keep its word at the moment. So I think they'll have to be using all sorts of levers of engagement, but at least they're coming in with the credibility of having an understanding and a nuanced experience in the region and with Europe. And that's been the challenge, that Trump has been very black and white in his dealing with Netanyahu. One of the options that is on the table on the diplomatic front for the Biden-Harris administration to pursue is engagement with Israelis who oppose the corruption and the right-wing nature of the Netanyahu regime. He is by no means a solid prime minister in his own domestic situation. Similarly, it would require also confronting the Saudis and their interest in arms deals and trading with Israel and what they also do in the region. So this really will require deft diplomacy and engaging with all actors, including publics directly and the people of the region. But I think the skill set and experience is certainly there to do that.